Hey guys, it's the History Nerd, and we are back with another exciting episode of Crusader Kings 2 Holy Fury Jorvik. Where we last left off, we managed to secure for ourselves a nice little bit of territory from the English. And we also created for ourselves a titular Kingdom of Jorvik, I believe. Is what that means, or is what it's called. So the good news there is we're able to set up jarldoms as vassals and not lose them, which is going to be handy for things like raising troops, keeping people all together, but we're not going to really worry about setting up a jarldom yet. It's not that big of a concern for us. What I want to do is take a look at our truces. So we can see here we got a truce with the Count of Tevittdale, which, I mean, yeah, that's fine. They're a vassal of King Ivar over there, so that's fine. We'll leave them like that. We also got a truce with Mercia, unfortunately, because that would be nice to go after their lands. Now, we could always just declare war on them before 873, which will, cost us a metric butt ton of prestige, so I'm not really all that keen on doing it, and it would also make the Christians hate us more. I don't think that really plays into it all that much, because the Christians are going to hate us anyway, but it does kind of limit our growth potential for the next 5 years in game or so that's okay. What we can do is, slowly build up our wealth and just try and make sure our holdings go ahead and get themselves updated. Looks like we need to get ourselves a new spy master, so we'll go with Auslag. And there's not too many counts who can wind up getting thrown in on the council, so that's fine. What I would like to do is take care of upgrading some of our holdings, specifically Leeds, because there's nothing going on here. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to build some castle walls, because it's only 73 gold, and it will increase our tax income a little bit. So that sounds good, along with, getting more fortifications up and increasing the levy we can raise out of there. But other than that, we're not really in a position to do much. So, I mean, we could probably get this up to speed 4 and, let time slowly tick by. We might boosting the castle fortification levels in a place like Jorvik at the moment doesn't really make that much of a sense, or sense at all. Because, it's not, there's no economic benefit to boosting that up, but certainly getting some castle walls built. And once we get the gold in, which is flowing nicely, we've got a fair amount of gold coming in. Of course, we'd like more and more and more. But at the moment, that's okay. Okay, so it looks like the Hungarians have decided to form themselves an okay-looking kingdom, but I mean, it's pretty tiny by Hungarian kingdom standards. So, we'll just roll with that. This gigantic Aquitaine. What happened to you, France? Who knows? I've encountered hero Rurik many times while carrying out my duties for the Wolf Warriors, and it's always a pleasant occasion. Well, let's make some friends, shall we? Friends are always good. This is Yilland. That's concerning. So the petty kingdom of Yilland here got all of Wessex. No, all of Mercia. Wessex is down to the south. Which means, if we're going to want to expand into England, we are going to be fighting fellow Vikings, which You know, that's okay, because I don't think Yilland is going to be involved in any defensive pact against us. So then the question becomes, is there a good reason to go to war with them? We're going to need to fabricate some claims there. Well, that sucks. What we could also look at is going after Wessex and North or East Anglia as well. Or we could focus in on the Welsh. But again, I guess if we went with the Welsh, we'd be able to secure a kingdom title that way, and then go east to try and get England. We could come down to Wessex and try and grab some of their territory. And in fact, if it wasn't for all this camp fever, I'd be looking at some of their more economically successful areas. This is annoying, though. Yilland being up in here, right in my path. Like, all they're doing is just making sure Vikings are going to fight Vikings here. Well, that's okay. I suppose we could fabricate ourselves a claim somewhere. And we got most of Lancaster. So what we could actually do, because we're a king. Yeah. So you're... Yeah, you want to be on the council, but we can fix that. Because I'm looking... If we make the Jarldom of Lancaster... Okay, let's get some money. We'll make the Jarldom of Lancaster, which we can do because we have 2/3 of the counties within the Jarldom under our control. We'll then wind up probably giving that Jarldom to... Well, I mean, it doesn't even really matter who we give it to. We'll have a de jure claim, or de jure claim of the day, to get Drab here? Drab, whatever. We'll have a claim to get that. So that's probably going to be the best route to go. Then we won't have to fabricate a claim. Sure, we're going to be fighting Vikings, but we got the troops to be able to pull that off, even without our Jorvik companies here, so that's nice. Many important warriors have gathered at the lodge tonight in order to celebrate a recent hunt. I have barely joined some of my friends in the festivities when Sverker barges in claiming that he is twice as strong as I am and challenging me to an arm wrestling match. You're on. Let's do it. We sit in front of each other, preparing ourselves for the game. We put our arms on the table with the third fighter holds our fists still. The crowd around us, their chants a disjointed countdown, and then cheers as we begin. With a loud thud, I slam Skurver's fist against the table, earning a shower of cheers from the other warriors gathered around us. Don't be too hard on yourself. Tonight, just as I was about to leave the main hall, I was approached by Ingjurthur, one of my fellow warriors. After chatting for a while, she reveals to me that she's been watching me for a while and has come to consider me one of the most valuable members of the lodge. Oh, that is very nice. Thank you very much. I don't think we need to worry about, getting some flattery and getting a freaking lover to have some illegitimate children. All of that's unnecessary. We'll put Ragnar in there as the spy, because I think he's going to be okay with that. He likes me plenty. So we can take care of that. Now, we should probably tell our council to go do stuff. I think it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to get a claim fabricated on, like, Lincoln over here, so that we'll be able to continue our attack against Yilland as time goes on. What else do we need? We could probably... I mean, we don't necessarily need to worry about increasing our levy size. I mean, 17.5%, that's huge, but we got tons of troops, and the people we're going to be fighting don't. So I think we're going to research military tech instead. Same with... We could collect taxes and get a nice little boost to tax revenue, but we're going to be making enough money as it is. And if we ever get into a seriously economically dire situation, we can always go on a raid. Now, we don't have a lot of boats, so we won't be leaving the island, but I mean, we could go raid the Welsh. They don't have a lot of money, or You know, we can figure out a raid if we need to raise some cash. That's not that big of a concern. So instead, we'll just have our steward research economic tech. I think I'm just gonna leave old Ragnar here scheming, and then the real question, would it be better to research cultural tech or yeah, I think it might be better to try. Yeah, it's going to be better to try for some conversions. Because as you can imagine, most of the land we're taking, they don't necessarily want to be Germanic. So we'll go up into Dunholm and start, you know, trying to transfer or convert north. And that should be okay. Now it's just a matter of raising the ducats to create the Jarldom of Lancaster here. Give us that de jure claim, and then we can just take Gerban and call it a good day. So we do have a defensive pact forming against us. Thankfully, it's a Christian defensive pact, and right now there's only one person in it. I write to you with shocking news. Prince Bishop Erdulf of Lindisfarne tried to have me assassinated to make sure I wouldn't discover his plot to kill someone. Yeah, expose him immediately. What are you doing? I mean, granted, you want to be on the council, but I don't know if there's a place like, well, maybe a diplomat. Let's see. Yeah, we could diplomat him up. So what are you doing? You're fabricating a claim. We will continue that in Lincoln. All right, our marshal could probably be way better, and indeed he could. Well, we will take with Thrad here, and you can train troops. Our steward. We could definitely get a better steward as well. So let's do that. Research economic tech. That's going to stay. And yeah, that's definitely going to stay. Okay, there's our council redone with some, you know, Christians on there who are probably happy to have their opinion counted. So we'll go ahead and create that, which should now give us a claim. To do that, let me just make sure this is all a whole bunch of nothing we really need to worry about. They're tribal vassals, they won't be much. I don't even think they'll be able to get too many troops across. Now they probably have way more boats than I do. I'm not sure if I can see that anywhere, what a foreign power's naval power is, but it doesn't really matter with that few troops. We've got 10 times the troops, and we don't need boats because we're already here, so we'll do that. Lovely, so let's get all our troops raised up. Probably only need to worry about raising my own troops. And we got all of those guys spread out, of course, because we own a lot of the land. We are losing my... Well, yeah, that is going to be a bit of a concern. That's okay. We'll get this war over quick. So we'll just kill them. Lovely. While riding ahead with your personal guard, you suddenly found yourselves isolated on the battlefield and surrounded by enemy soldiers. A violent melee ensued, but you gave a good account of yourself and managed to return to the main body of your army in time to lead it to victory. Songs will indeed be sung of this day. Suck it, little kid. You're dealing with a proper real Viking here. Let's just hack that down. Lovely. We are going to take some losses, but the quicker we can hack this down, the better. And what are we sitting at? 34%, so we still need to do a lot of killing. That's fine. In fact, what we could do is kill all you guys. Come on back up here, because we're still losing money. And because that is the war goal, I think I should probably... well, I think I should have a ticking timer, a ticking war goal thing. I still have to remember to duel that man for blood, but I will take a promotion, and I will put my troops to rest. So these 6,000 men here, resign, and we'll throw me in command of the Jorvik armies. This should be more than enough to take care of any counter-siege force that they might have. Yay, we're a new rank, which means we can do a few more things. We can When leading armies and successfully sieging holdings, you have a greater chance of capturing enemies. I like that. Maybe we should just go siege some stuff down. You don't really have a good spot without too many troops. But we could certainly start capturing some people. Blot fuel, which I think I will miss again this year because we were at war. Oh, good. So someone's converted. That's lovely. If we can get a bunch of Anglo-Saxon Germanics, that'll be just great fun. Although I am still strongly leaning towards... Oh, let's unpause the game as I ramble. I'm strongly leaning towards conversion to Christianity for a number of reasons. Specifically, to not have to deal with all of the Christians coming in to fight. Okay, there's alliances being formed. That's fine. We're up to 52% war score. So they're going to have to siege that down. They're not able to siege that down. We'll just send these guys in to kill these 61 troops who are apparently being led. Oh, he's old enough to lead troops now, so hopefully we can just kill him. Yeah, we did. Okay, we're not going to sacrifice him to Odin, but we will absolutely take this chance to enforce our demands on him. And now we got the land we wanted. Look at how easy and great that is. Lovely. So what we could do now is create... Oh no, we already created it. So taking a look at our inheritance, we can see here that Prince Gulfrid, Prince Goodfrid here, is the heir to the Jarldom of Lancaster and the County of Chester, so he'll get that. And then our other guy here, our other brother, is heir to a bunch of counties. So we're going to want to make sure to set up a Jarldom for him to inherit as well, and then the rest of everything can go here. Why? Who imprisoned you? Why did you... Did you... Wait a second. Why did you imprison your husband? And can I... Well, I can't ransom him. Right? No. Oh, okay. I don't quite know what's going on there, but maybe it's a religious thing? I don't know. Whatever it is, hopefully my son can get it sorted out. I would love to invite you to join me for a small gathering of friends to dine and drink and forget about the world. Sure, I'll go to a Catholic party. That sounds like fun. We do also need to get rid of some of this land, so we might just want to build up some more wealth here, get a second Jarldom, maybe of Gododin up here. Send the other brother to the north, see if he can work on claiming some of those lands. My wife is pregnant at 44. That's quite the amazing feat. Let's get this party started. I'm going to show you how Vikings celebrate. With my wife pregnant, I was starting to wonder if I shouldn't organize something special for this year's harvest. Yeah, let's dedicate an entire festival to my pregnant wife. She could not have been a more appropriate choice for this festival. She's a model of modesty and pious conduct. Lovely. That's what I like to hear. So we'll get some beauty in that. Ah, so much fun. We're good friends. How about you convert? I don't think we can demand religious conversion because we don't have a reformed religion. So we're going to want to be working on that. That is definitely a long-term goal if we're going to stay Germanic, which I doubt we will. It'll depend on how this whole situation goes with the rest of the Germanic peoples, because I will show you when I figure out what to do about my wife's bizarre eating habits now that she's pregnant. We could just say no, but that seems a bit off. Yeah, you know what? You want to eat a hare's head? You can do that. So, taking a look at the religious areas of the Germanic faith, these white colored provinces show our our religious holy sites. And we can see, if we head on over to our religious view here, we're missing out on two of them. One of them is way down here, the Paderborn, and the other one is out over here in Zealand. But we do have three. To reform the Germanic faith, you either need all 5 under your control or 3 under control of the same nation. And if we take a look at the geopolitical view, that's not likely to happen anytime soon. Sweden's not going to get strong enough. Sealand or Yeland here, they're probably not going to get strong enough. And Nidaros, they're never going to be strong enough to unite all of the Germanic peoples. So, we could go about hunting those down, but I think the primary focus is going to have to be on becoming the Emperor of Britannia before we even start thinking about messing around with trying to reform the Germanic faith. The pregnancy has made my wife much more talkative and cheerful than usual. She never misses the chance to chat with anybody within earshot. Unfortunately, most scholars agree that a pregnant woman should not spend as much time as possible. Oh, most scholars agree that a pregnant woman should spend as much time as possible resting in a dark room to avoid giving birth to a sickly child. No, you know what? Have your fun. We got a doctor. Sitting in a dark room for 9 months sounds horrible. My wife can really never stop chatting with courtiers and staff. If nothing else, this new habit of hers has made her much more comfortable and skilled at talking. Perfect. That's great. Wonderful. I could use some skills at talking, stumbling over words that I shouldn't be here. Let's call it rust. Oh, I think that was... So, now who's got you imprisoned? I still can't... So that wasn't your wife? No, it was your wife's sister? I don't know. But unfortunately, I can't get my heir back, which sucks. And I can't... Well, maybe I could. Probably not. I don't think you can arrange marriages for people who are in prison, especially not people in someone else's prison. So... I mean, I would have liked to give him land. That's what I get for marrying him off to a genius priestess. Today I was approached by my son Ragnar. He has told me that he has grown increasingly concerned with my eating habits. Maybe I have been eating too much. You know what? Let's trim down a little bit. Why not? Indeed. Ragnar's advice was really the motivation that I needed to get back in shape. I cannot believe how close I was to spending the rest of my life as a fat pig, blissfully unaware of my own condition, but I do feel a little hungry. Maybe just one snack cake. Oh, good, we got a daughter. So that means with a hair lip. That is slightly unfortunate. It's not going to be that great of a diplomat, but hey, you know, she's got no skills right now, so we'll see how she grows up. One of the cool things with the changes is that if your character has that hair lip trait, their portrait will reflect it. So we'll have great opportunities in the future to look at our ugly children. It's wonderful. We got the money. Let's go ahead and create this Jarldom. And so now... Yeah, he's going to get those 2 counties. He's going to get a few more because Northumberland and Dunholm here don't have their Jarldom created. We might have to create a 3rd one, but then I don't know where that winds up going because it's certainly not sticking with my heir. So maybe we do need another son. Maybe we take this woman here? You know what? Screw it. Let's just do this. There we go. We got a concubine. So maybe we'll get a fourth son out? And we'll see how this inheritance goes. I'd rather keep things, you know, clean. Although I suppose if you've already got one son, you would be so kind as to have another son that I wouldn't really have to worry about having my brother inherit 2 Jarldoms. Because, of course, you know, he'll be able to pass on both of them to 2 different people. What I don't want is just a big ol' amalgamation of a huge amount of power in one person. And I suppose 2 Jarldoms this close to each other wouldn't be that bad, but I'd rather it come out, you know, not that consolidated. I can't say no to a party. We'll go. What other upgrades can we take a look at doing? At the moment, not much. We're just going to let that tick by. Riding through the countryside together with my escort, I come upon a lonely inn. It is empty aside from a nervous-looking innkeeper, who nevertheless promises food and wine at a very reasonable price. My party and I sit down at a table. I have not seen this event chain before. Bring us the best you have to offer. Soon after the innkeeper disappears in the kitchen, we notice a foul odor emanating from between the floorboards. One of my escort pulls open a loose barrel to reveal a massive manure pit. Before we can react further to this bizarre find, the floor explodes beneath my feet. Okay. So I don't know who killed me, but someone did. And now I'm not necessarily free. I don't... So I'm... I don't understand why this guy... So I have to ask you? I don't understand what's going on with my imprisonment here. But something weird is happening. Regardless, we've got the Jarldom of Lancaster now under his control, and the Jarldom of Lothan under his control. So yeah, he's got... My half-brother here has got quite the little power base built up, and not really great skills to be put on the council. Okay, you can come in there, and a spy master who likes us. So, I think the best bet there will have to be... Godi Amr of Sherborne. There we go. Unfortunately, that does mean that none of my brothers are on the council. But they're not good. You know, like I can't make them... I can't pay them off there. Pick an ambition. Can I escape from prison? And we will become exalted. The grooming air is probably not a bad idea. And, I mean, I guess if I go intrigue, can I plot to get myself out of prison? I don't want to be stuck with that if that's not the case. And we are going to be doing a lot of fighting. I'm not allowed because I'm a prisoner. But I can't ransom myself. Oh, 250 gold now. Oh, I see the game. Well, I basically don't have much of a choice. I got to sit here and try and collect 250 gold. What we could do to speed that process up... Let's get Uba in charge here. Let's set these guys to rating. And let's see, 44, 48. You know what? Why not both? Right? I know we're working on fabricating a claim there, but that's okay. Come fight me. It'll be fun. Now we can just hack that down. Lose some of these poor troops that I won't be able to replace. And how much did we get from that? 13 gold. That is not that great. Okay. So, now we should have enough to be able to afford my ransom. But now it's only 25. I don't understand what is going on with this whole me being imprisoned bit. We got 41 gold from the temple holding, and we will get another 40 from the city. That's good. We'll turn you off rating and head you home. So we should have more than enough to cover There we go. I just had to click on me to do it and have enough gold. Lovely. Okay, now I'm out of prison. Yippee. We can go to War Focus and we can find ourselves a new wife. So let's see what we can find. Ooh, a shield maiden. That sounds pretty cool. Let's take a look here. We could try working on some sort of eugenics program to get good fighting people. We could look for maybe some good traits. We do have 2 strong, but it's going to be forever. No geniuses. No quick. No attractive. At least, let's double check. Yeah, definitely not. Okay, so that's not all that great. Really what we should do is sort by age. I do still need some kids, so, you know, the younger the better. I'm really tempted just to pick up a shield maid just for, like, the awesomeness of having a shield maid, brave, lustful. Like, that's all. Those are all, you know what? She's my new wife. We will assign my brother as regent. We'll worry about handing out some of those in a bit. And what else? Oh yeah, we need to set our crown focus in Jorvik, obviously. You know what? I need to recover some of that 250 gold I had to spend to get me out of prison. So, well, the prestige would have been nice. Being able to start building some things here is going to be a lot nicer. Probably in Leeds. Yeah, we're going to need to... You know what? Let's get a castle town up in Leeds so we start getting some more tax out of it. I don't think our research has really come through. We could get a little bit more in the way of military. And I'm leaning towards either siege or... Yeah, I think maybe siege equipment would be best. And then military organization and then shipbuilding and then cavalry. Let's just get everything up to tier 1. And I think I've already got a castle shipyard there, so there's not going to be any more, and we got to wait for spread before we can start building them elsewhere. But we do need to worry about our fleet. Now, obviously, as our vassals get more advanced and more powerful, they'll be able to... It's not a good sign. Why aren't you able to fight that off? Because you're down there sieging their capital. That makes a lot more sense. We got to plan where we're going next, because really going south is really our best bet. Okay, my new wife is pregnant. Are these guys done fighting? Maybe our best bet would be to go for these guys. I mean, I doubt they'll accept a vassalization, but we could snag Norfolk. And we're working on a claim for Lincoln, so we'd at least be able to link up there. And then we would be able to get some more land in the Kingdom of England. Because obviously that's our first main goal. We're sitting at 11%. 3. I think I control more than 3 counties, unless it's counting Jorvik as Jorvik. In which case, the creation of this Kingdom of Jorvik title may not have been the best idea. We got some claimants to it, but yeah, I'm thinking, you know, maybe I should have stuck it out a little bit longer and just not had, just you know, not had any Jarl vassals for a while. That probably would have been better. 800, another 600. Yeah. I think we could easily take Norfolk here without too much of a worry. Might as well add my own troops to it. Yeah. Let's do that. Declare war for Norfolk. With Umain coming in, that's fine. Get you guys raised. Have y'all meet up in Hull. Yeah. She can be the whole focus of everything. Just like your dad did. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna need to rearrange this. So obviously I should be leading the center. We'll put Uba up there and Herbert? This is probably what Herbert becomes in 1,000 years, so we'll put him there. Yep, my wife fit in quite nicely as Freya. That's good, even though she's not Norse. So, you know, that's fine. I'll just hack that down, and she's much more talkative. That's fine. Let her have her fun. Again, I don't think locking anybody up into a dark room for 9 months is a good way to go. We're going to go with heavy foot, because I think that's primarily the focus of our military unit types. Very quick war. We've got what we came for. We can get our troops down and send you guys back up to Jorvik. Oh, one thing I forgot to do when things got changed over. Let's join the Wolf Riders. Yeah. I'll fight someone. I'm fighting the old woman? I'm not being ageist or sexist here, but come on. A 51-year-old woman against a 31-year-old Viking, and she gave me a black eye? What did I give her? It's a little bit of blood splatter. That's ridiculous. Okay, good. My wife is good at talking. That's lovely. Ooh, now here's the question. Would East Anglia here make a good trade republic? Upper Brittany. This is more freaking Vikings coming in here? Alright, well we got our work cut out for us against our own kind to really claim this island. Sudiyar here is going ham on Ireland. Can't blame him for skipping out on Scotland, but yeah, this is definitely going a lot different. Far more differently than my warm-up game. That is for sure. So I guess here's the question that I will pose to you guys out there. Should I make Norfolk the capital of a trade republic, or should I just make it a normal holding and we will, you know, form a republic someplace else, maybe down here in Wessex or in Somerset? Or even, I do kind of like the idea of a trade, you know what, I think I'll do that, because I like the idea of a trade republic based out of London. I don't know if I'll be able to pull it off with this being Norse now, because I don't know, like, if I, who's your king? We can just claim white for you. You're not landed. And that claims everything? I'm confused by that. Anyway, should I make Norfolk a republic? Should I not? We'll leave that open to you guys. Let's get a save in here for no, let's play. Yeah, that's not the warm-up game. Let's do that. Give that a good old-fashioned save. And with that, thumbs up if you have enjoyed today's episode. Leave your comments, questions, concerns, thoughts, jokes, musings, what have you below. Thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.